All right, man. Appreciate everybody for checking in. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, bell icon button. Won't miss another video. Appreciate everybody for checking in. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, bell icon button. Won't miss another video. And hey, I didn't know if I was gonna get to the prediction today, man. I want to drop them on Tuesday. A little bit under the weather, doped up a little bit, feeling a lot better. So let's get to it. We take on the Eagles from Philadelphia this week. We at Lincoln Financial. I think that's the name of their stadium. Used to be the old Vet. They had that turf in there. Ooh, it was like basically like just landing on concrete. But they upgraded a long time ago. And Eagles just played Sunday night. They looked vulnerable week 1 in the first half versus the Redskins. And they looked vulnerable throughout the game versus the Atlanta Falcons. They could have won the game. Aguilar dropped a touchdown. Julio ran. It looked like a whip route, but it really wasn't. It's like an angle route. You know, kind of a natural pick play. He went to the sideline and then came back, and it was kind of like an unofficial wide receiver screen. He went to the house. So Eagles dealing with at least one injury I know for sure is out. Deshaun Jackson is out for 2 weeks. Alshon Jeffries is questionable. Other than that, Miles Sanders, Carson Wentz, he got a little nicked up, rib injury. I think they suited up and booted up and ready to go. All right. Looking at the Eagles, this is a game that I think, and I didn't do no predictions this year. I didn't say the Lions was going to be 8-8, 10-6, 15-0, 1-15. No, I wasn't doing it this year because week by week it changes. You know who injured, you don't know who healthy. The NFL is one of the most unpredictable sports because one guy could be balling out their life, balling, and then injury happen, or next year he come out of shape, or he tears ACL, or he just fall out his prime and he just become old. It's just like boxing. You know what I'm saying? One night somebody just pop up old. You ain't see it coming. He just had to fight his life the fight before last, a couple months ago. Football the same way. You bought out last year, then this year, you like a shell of yourself. So it's just a grind of preparing yourself for football. When these dudes lift, you gotta lift smarter. You can't lift heavy. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be smarter because those are damage on your bones. If you wrapping up, you need to change it up. Especially, if you're younger. But I like the Eagles team, to be honest. Real good team. The offensive line was supposed to be the best in the league by Pro Football Focus. They got whooped by Atlanta last night. Vic Beasley, Tariq, whatever dude name for UCLA. They look good. But at the end of the day, they was at the crib, the Falcons, and the home field advantage gives the pass rush. It gives them benefit. Give you a benefit, man. The crowd noise and, offensive lineman is hard to audible. So we on the road this week. I'm going to just go as their offensive line is really good. At home, I'm going to go in as Jeffries going to start. Jackson out. Zach Ertz good. No Malik Jackson on the other side, but it is playing a Detroiter once again, back-to-back weeks. Playing Desmond King, East English Village High School, which used to be Finney. Shout out to told me that in the comment section because I did not know that, man. But I graduated over a decade ago. But yeah, man. Just looking at the Eagles, what they do well, a lot of running backs. Miles Sanders is like the bridge between Sproles and Jordan Howard. They like to run vertically a lot. That's their thing. They stretch the defense out, and then they might do an inside zone and then take it to the house. So you got to have gap discipline. The ends got to be disciplined. They can't crash inside. They got to stay gap discipline, but they like to stretch you. East and West and North and South. That's the thing about the Eagles. They like to stretch you with the run game, East and South, the screen game, and then they get you on the inside slipping. 3rd and 5, they might get you on the inside for a 10, 15-yard run and get you to the screen game going East and West, and before you know it, they didn't play action, then they went over your head and went deep. It's a blessing that Deshaun Jackson not playing this week. Then the week after next, it's a blessing. Well, next week then Tyreek Hill ain't playing, so the Lions dodged the bullet playing those speedy receivers, but that's you got to work out. You got to limit to big plays. You know what I'm saying? And another thing you got to do, you got to be disciplined. I got to preach that gap discipline. Because if you don't play your gap and you crash inside or whatever happened, Miles Sanders done. He one of the better younger backs I've seen. Jordan Howard, we see him in the NFC North a lot of times. He a problem. Darren Sproles, he still can get down. His hips still loose. Still got quick feet, So you gotta eliminate the run game. You gotta make them one-dimensional. All right. Before I start getting to the keys to victory, I'll talk about their defense. Their defense, front seven problems. Nigel Branham, Zach Brown, I think is their linebackers. Two of the fastest linebackers you're gonna find in the league when they came in. Those might be 4'4", 4'5" linebackers. They extremely fast. All right, the other linebacker, I don't realize who they have, but I think Malik Jackson out, but they still got Derek Barnett. Loved him coming out of Tennessee a couple years ago. Brandon Graham, Crockett's finest. I don't think Crockett's still open, is it? You'd like to let them know in the comment section. I used to have basketball games there when I was in high school. Fletcher Cox, one of the best that's doing it. So they're a problem up front. You know what I'm saying? They front seven. We gonna have to be. We not facing Bosa and Ingram from the explosive dynamic standpoint, but Barnett and Ingram, they good too. Ingram a little undersized, so you might want to run at him a lot more. But what you need to do is, we need to block. And then the corners, you got Malcolm Jenkins at safety. Ronald Darby, their number one set corner. We could have signed Ronald Darby, but we didn't. And I see why. Because they was targeting whoever Ronald Darby was target, who was a little sick, was guarding last week. The Atlanta Falcons was going at him. So, the Lions should have they pick a litter at cornerback. Kind of doing a little rerun before I finish. Kyler Murray threw for 350 on the Baltimore cornerback. So, Kyler Murray might legitimately be the real deal. So I think he's getting a lot of respect over the league because he can whip it. You know what I'm saying? But what the Lions need to do to win, once again, start with the balance. I need more runs than passes, or at least as many. We need a lot of run plays this week. I don't know what the weather's going to look like, but no matter if it's sunny or rainy, we need to feed the rock. We need a lot of Kerryon Johnson. Darrell Bevel, we need more Kerryon in the passing game. At the end of the day, he should just look at what New Orleans doing. You know what I'm saying? Get matchups with Kerryon. Angle routes, circle routes, option routes, Texas routes. Coming out the backfield. Make them respect him. Make them get out of zone and man up on Kenny Galladay and man up on Marvin Jones. Exploit. They have to do a better job this week to having Danny Amendola and TJ Hawkinson and Jesse James control the middle of the field. But how you can control the middle of the field is forcing them to go to zone. You know what I'm saying? Forcing them to go to man. Abuse Kerryon in the passing game. Accuse Tyler Johnson in the passing game. Now, if Stafford had 45 pass attempts, 50 pass attempts where 1, 2, hey, we getting the ball out to Kerryon in the screen game. 1, 2, 3, we getting the ball out to Kerryon Johnson on the angle route. We getting the ball out to Danny Amendola on the whip route. Roll out, bootleg, and have Hawkinson roll out to the slot. Okay, those are quick completions. They need to really, use the running backs in the receiving game this week and going forward. Make them respect Kerryon Johnson coming out the backfield. So when you playing zone, the running back does not have a singular responsibility. All right? So it's a wild card. You may even have him come out on the delay. And somebody, you flood the zone. You take Danny, go that way. You take Hawkinson, he go that way. Kerryon acting like he about to block. He come out the backfield, it's open space. Look how they use Kamara. I was looking at that 2 weeks ago versus Texas. Look how Texas was using Duke Johnson in the week 1 versus New Orleans. That's how they need to use Kerryon Johnson. You know what I'm saying? But they need to go north and south on this defense. They do. Slow that pass rush down. Jim Schwartz, he like that wide 9. You know what I'm saying? So what you gonna do? Run the ball. Run the ball. Up the middle. You know what I'm saying? Force them to blitz. Force them to respect your run game. Running the ball this week. The Kerryon and Tyler Johnson in the receiving game and running the ball this week is the 2 keys for the Lions offense. Because if they can, and also the third key is for Hawkinson and Danny Amendola, Hawkinson and Danny Amendola to be factors in the middle of the field. If they factors in the middle of the field and Kerryon is running the ball well or receiving out the backfield, you're gonna get a lot of one-on-one coverage with Jones and Galladay. I like Galladay, Jones over Darby. I like Amendola. I like Amendola in the slot, and I like Hawkinson. But they gotta get Kerryon involved in the receiving game. That little screenplay, abuse it. That's what the Patriots do. If you can't stop it, them motherfuckers will wham that hole in there. They have power football in it. They'll trap you all up in there. If you can't prove to stop it, and then when you change the formation and you bring 8, 9 in the box to stop it, that's when they play action to the running back or the fullback, and they go over your head and get a deep touchdown. If they can't stop it, Darrell Bevel, keep doing it. Keep throwing the ball to Kerryon. Keep getting those matchups. And, you know, I like Kerryon versus a lot of linebackers one-on-one or safeties one-on-one. You know, he should have like 10 receptions this game, or at least 10 targets, excuse me. But those are 3 things this week for the Lions. Running the ball, running backs catching the ball, Amendola, Hockenson controlling the middle of the field. Those 3 are a must. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it's going to be. And obviously, you got to have Stafford doing what he's doing. And if those 3 things happen, Jones and Galladay have big days underneath and over the top. So, defensively, like I said, gap discipline once again. You cannot get out of place with this defense. You got to play your gap. You got to play your assignment. You know, you got to be disciplined on this offense, because they'll stretch you out going to the left sweeps, going to the left, and then they trick you up the middle. There's a lot of smoke and mirrors. DBs, hey, watch your receiver. Linebackers, they got to be disciplined. But the front 4, they got to hit Carson Wentz early and often. We're going to need them to step up. They hit Carson Wentz, he going to start throwing picks. He get flustered easy. He turn red. And he may even get injured. I don't wish injury upon nobody. But what you got to do is shut that run game. Now, the run game is how Philadelphia is going to prosper. And the play action and going deep down the field. You stop the run game. You eliminate the big plays. You eliminate the plays downfield. It should be a good day for the Lions, man. And special teams. We don't talk about them, but it's becoming a problem. Can't turn the ball over. We gotta do better. You gotta be more sound. Can't be allowing block punts, no block field goals. So something to look at. You know. So those are what they need to do, and you know, we'll see, man. But what I'm looking for, my observation to step up. Looking for Kerryon to have a good week. I'm looking for the D line to do better this week. We gonna need them, you know. And other than that, that's who I'm calling out this week. You know, Terrell Crosby, keep doing your thing. You know, it's going to Crosby and Rick Wagner. They got to hold it down on the edges. But Kerryon, Darrell Bevel, and the front 4 is who we going to need to rely on this week to really step up and do their job. And maybe if you're going to beyond the Call of Duty. This week, this is a game that I'm just thinking in my head, like, hey, man, probably Eagles going to smash us. But you know what? Like the Lions, 24-27. You know, I like the Lions. Late field goal by my Prater. He redeemed himself. He get his buffs back. I like it. I don't think Philly that good. Even at home the other week. With that home versus Washington, I wasn't impressed. But with no Deshaun Jackson take the lid off the defense, we'll see. Maybe no Alshon Jeffries, but we'll see. I like the Lions 24-27. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Appreciate the love, support. Don't forget to check out my other channel, Goodfellas Sports TV. Check it out. We're on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Reach out to the email if you have a business question, inquiry, sponsorship, video request. All those links in the description. Hopefully I didn't sound too messed up, man. Let me know who y'all got with it in the comment section. One time for the one time. Mercy Sports Talk. We on.